The Hard Parables. Day 6. The soul he spoke to. He spoke to his soul as if it were his to keep. The harvest came in like a flood that year. The rich man walked the edges of his fields in the late light, watching the grain sway in places where it had never grown so thick. Behind him, the threshing floors were already piled high. The barns were full. Pigeons burst from the rafters when he opened a door, and the air inside smelled of dust and wheat and the faint sweetness of fruit starting to ferment. There was no room for it all. He hadn't seen this coming. The fields had been so generous it made him laugh once, alone, with no one there to laugh back. That night, walking home, the rich man decided he'd tear the barns down. He'd build bigger ones. He pictured the new buildings going up, the timber roofs, the sealed bins, the count of years ahead. He'd have so much stored up he could stop doing the math altogether. He said it out loud as he walked, talking to the anxious part of himself. "Soul," he said, "you have plenty laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, enjoy yourself." And then the voice came to him, not from the field, not from the road, but from somewhere closer than that. "You fool. This very night." The first people to hear this parable, listening to a teacher in their own dust, caught something a modern reader can miss. The man talks to his soul out loud. In the language Jesus is speaking, the soul isn't some separate spiritual self floating above the body. It's the seat of hunger, of breath, of life itself. To speak to it the way the rich man does is to treat it as a possession, a tenant living in the body who can be told to relax now that the rent is paid. Those first listeners also caught what was missing. The man stands in his fields with no wife, no children, no workers, no neighbors, no poor at his gate. In that culture, wealth was held inside a web of obligations. A tenth was set aside. The corners of the field were left unharvested so the poor could glean them. Debts were canceled in the year of release. But the rich man has thought his way out of every one of those ties. He plans it all alone, saying I and my and mine as if he were the only person alive. And listen to the word the voice uses, fool. It didn't mean stupid. In the Psalms, it's the word for the person who says in his heart there is no God. It names someone who has reasoned his way into a closed room, locked the door, and forgotten it was ever a door. Listen to these words from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 12, verse 20. But God said to him, "Fool, this night your soul is required of you, and the things you have prepared, whose will they be?" Most of us stand at the edge of our own field, in our own evening. We may not be as rich as the man, but we've done the same math in some other form, the promotion 2 years out, the retirement number, the renovation, the someday when we can finally rest. There's a part of us that has been talking to the soul as if it were a tenant, telling it not yet, until the barn is bigger. The harvest isn't the problem. The land was generous and the grain was real. The problem is that he works it all out with nobody but himself, every plan with only himself in it, and he talks to his soul as though it were his to command. It's a strange thing. The soul, we didn't make it, and we can't really tell it what to do. It was given to us, and one night it gets asked back. The buildings and the years we've stored up, we only look after them for a while on loan. There's no tidy lesson here, only the question that ends the story and stays unanswered. Whose will they be? The barns are full, and the evening is ours. God, I've been talking to my soul as if it were mine, telling it to wait, telling it the rest is coming, later, once the barn is bigger. Tonight let me hear how strange that is, how the very breath I'm using to make these plans was given to me, and could be asked back. Teach me to live as the caretaker of something I don't own. Make me rich toward you, however small the harvest.